Hello everybody, it's me, and today I'm going to be making a video. It's going to be about iPod versus iPad. So I'm going to go from the oldest iPad to the newest iPad, and the same with iPod, oldest iPod to newest iPod. So starting with the iPad 1 mini, iPad 2 mini. Okay, just saying I'm on iPad right now. iPad 3 mini, iPad 4 mini. Oh yeah, if you accidentally hear me say iPod, that's fine. But yeah, iPad original, iPad 1, iPad 2, iPad 3, iPad Air, iPad 4. I also said iPod. iPad Air 2, iPad Pro 9.7, and iPod Pro. So now we're gonna go on to iPods, which you probably know the order. It goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So iPod 1, iPod 2, iPod 3, iPod 4, iPod 5, iPod 6. So we're gonna start off with the iPad 1 mini against the iPod 1. Whenever I do these videos with like one type of product versus the other, I usually do like them side by side. So let's say I have like this, like iPad 1 mini versus iPod 1. They're on different sides. So yeah, I'm gonna do that. So you just saying, so you don't get it mixed up. So iPad 1 mini versus iPod 1. So they're both really good, but I'd really say it's the iPod 1 mini. It's better than the iPad 3. The iPad 3 is the worst. So, circle it. iPad 2 mini versus iPod 2. So out of these ones, it's pretty equal. These two get harder, but it's still, this time it's going to be the iPod 2. So iPad 3 mini versus iPod 4. I have an iPod 4, so I would know. I've seen an iPad 3, and I have an iPod 4, so yeah, it would probably make sense. Wait, iPod 3? Okay, iPod 3 versus iPad 3 mini. Oh yeah, I still do have the iPod 4 somewhere in my house, lost. So out of these ones, it's gonna be really close. The iPad 3 mini. These are both really equal. I never usually play iPad. I just played an iPad Pro at Target. For some reason I found one, so I was playing it. Like, there's usually like little shells, so I was playing it. So the iPad 4 mini versus the iPod 4. iPod 4 wins. You might think it's the iPad 4 mini that beats the iPod 4, but I've seen iPod 4, and I think I'll play an iPod 4 mini. Or was that the iPad 3? I'm getting mixed up with the iPad 3 and iPod 4 mini. I played one of them, I know it. I'm not 100% sure. But iPad original versus iPod 5. This really starts hooking up. iPods really start hooking up once they hit the iPod 5 and iPod 6. iPod 6 versus iPad 1. So saying, I just finished off the minis. So you're probably wondering why I'm going back to like iPad 1. Because I just finished off the mini, if you heard me say mini. So iPad 1 versus iPod 6. iPod 6 wins. So I'm going to finish off doing the iPad. So iPad 2 versus iPad 3. iPad 2 is better because iPad 3 is really slow. It runs out of battery really quick, just like my brother's tablet does. I play on it a lot. iPad Air versus iPod 4. It's the iPod 4. iPad 4. iPad Air 2 versus iPad Pro 9.7. I mean, like 9.7 is just like a little upgraded version from the iPad Air. So yeah, it's just a little better. So if the iPod Air is crossed out, it's gonna be the iPad Pro 9.7. So that leaves us with the last of these. So now we gotta do the iPods. iPod 2 versus iPod 4. iPod 4 is better, so that's gonna stay circled. And if they're circled and I have to cross them out, that I just put a cross out in the circle. So yeah, it's pretty simple. You guys can do this if you have a channel. It's pretty easy. You just have to think of which one is better. That's the hard part. So iPod 5 versus iPod 6. Well, it's the iPod 6. I've seen like drop test comparisons. The iPod 6 is one. I also saw a drop test comparison. That was crazy. The iPod 5 was destroyed. The screen was completely destroyed. If you watch everything Apple Pro, you'll know. And the iPod 6, I don't remember if it had cracks in it or not. This was, I think, a week ago or something. I didn't exactly plan this video a week ago. I mean, yeah. I started this type of stuff, like, with you guys not seeing anything. I started that a long time ago. So now it's going to be the iPad 1 mini versus the iPad 3 mini. They're usually all the same. They all run the same thing, so it's technically just the thinness. And the iPad 3 mini is thinner. iPad 2 versus iPad 4. The iPad 4 is better. iPad Air 2 versus iPad Pro. It's the iPad Pro. iPad Pro's a beast. Against the iPod 6, it's gonna be tough. iPod 6 is it's invincible. Nothing can beat it. So on the iPad side, the ones that are still remaining is the iPad 3 mini, the iPad 4, and the iPad Pro. On the iPod side, it's the iPod 4 versus the iPod 6, which we're going to finish off these ones. Oh yeah, just saying, this is something really cool, but the two last remaining ones are the ones that I have in my family. My brother has the iPod 6, I have the iPod 4, somewhere in my house. My brother, the iPod 6 is fine. So the iPod 6 versus the iPod 4. iPod 6 can call and message. It's bigger. It doesn't get cracked that easily. And the iPod 4 did get a little crack around the side somewhere. I'm pretty sure I'm always getting mixed up with something 3 and something 4 today. It was either the 3 or the 4 that had a crack around in the corner. So yeah, iPod 6 versus iPad 3 mini. iPod 6 and iPad 4 versus iPad Pro. And then we have our two last remaining ones, iPod 6 and iPad Pro. There you go, that's this video. I'm not even going to answer the iPad 6 versus iPad Pro. iPod 6 versus iPad Pro. I mean, I'm messing up. Well, make sure to like and subscribe. I'll see you guys later. I'll probably make another video tomorrow. Peace.